Hi, my name is Gabe Holberg. I'm a freak for fruit, and I grew up loving to make smoothies at home. The only problem is I'm always in a hurry as a college kid, and I can never find suitable vegan options to match my diet. Look no further than the KOLORS, the #1 on-the-go vegan smoothie product on the market. Good for your pockets, and even better for your health. The information provided by KOLORS in this business pitch is unique to the business and confidential. Therefore, anyone listening to this pitch agrees not to disclose any of the information in this presentation without the express written permission of KOLORS. So before I dive into the product, I just want to talk about and give a little context to the juice and smoothie bar industry that we're entering. So as you can see, we're entering a very active, steadily growing, and attractive industry with current revenues around $2.5 billion, which are expected to grow about 1.8% around the next 5 years. The statistics and trends surrounding the industry are vast, but I just want to highlight a few key points that speak to the relevance and potential growth of KOLORS. Individuals following a vegan diet are at an all-time high. Vegans, the biggest consumers of plant-based smoothies and juices, have increased around 600% in the past 3 years. The industry is currently in a sweet spot for rising vegan drinks. Sales of plant-based food and beverages in the United States went up 8.1% during the past year, topping $3.1 billion in revenue. Vegans need cheaper options. The largest concentrations of vegans are in the sub 50,000 income range. And according to PETA, New York City is the 3rd most vegan-friendly city in the country. And lastly, it may seem easier and cheaper to make smoothies at home, but after all is said and done, when you consider the varying cost of fruit, protein powders, and tax on these items, the average consumer is only saving about 20 to 30 cents per smoothie, not even taking into account the cost of the blender. So what's the problem? Vegan and low-income individuals do not have a healthy, plant-based, and low-cost smoothie juice brand to rely on. Most companies either offer healthy but extremely expensive products, or sacrifice quality and nutrition for cost. KOLORS plans on eliminating this dilemma. Our products are 100% real. KOLORS Co. creates all-natural, vegan, and low-cost blended beverages without any artificial flavoring or coloring. KOLORS is a smoothie shop that sources our materials within the communities of our operation, from co-op gardens and urban farms, straight to the table. What makes us so special isn't just the fact that we're only strictly vegan smoothie shop in Brooklyn, or our promotion and community involvement and education of sustainable farming, but our genuine desire and empathy to create a reliable option for this underserved demographic. So just hopping into revenue, pretty simple, I'm sure you guys can already assume. Our main source of income is from the sale of our smoothies. From as low as $3.95 to $6.95 for our large size, our products are the cheapest and most healthy on the market. We plan on locating our store around Prospect Park, maybe on the east side, which is very centrally located around a few universities, hospitals, fitness centers, and gyms, and obviously the park, which has bikers, runners, anything you can imagine. So what's also important to know is our product isn't only targeted for vegans, but really any consumer who enjoys beverages at a cheaper cost. We thought the entire population, although, was a little too optimistic, so we encompassed the neighborhood and populations of the 7 healthiest neighborhoods in Brooklyn, which is about 340,000 people. For our serviceable available market, we understand that approximately 2 to 5% of these individuals within the neighborhoods identify as vegan. And we're going to assume around a 33% referral rate is fair from these early adopters, which adds out to about 32,000 individuals, accounting for anywhere to $100,000 to $200,000 in revenue. As I'm sure you guys know, our competition is vast. There are many smoothie brands on the market. Although we have plenty of competition, we are different because we serve a community and demographic that none of our competitors have taken complete control of yet, and because the consumers are unsatisfied with either quality, cost, or lack of vegan ingredients, we need to fill this gap. Juice Generation charges close to $10 for a large smoothie, including tax, and have a 1-ounce juice shot on the menu for $3.95 plus tax. Juice Generation, on the other hand, only has 1 operational location in Brooklyn. Smoothie King and Jamba Juice, the big box brands that you guys have heard of, are much cheaper, but they're unhealthier and only have a handful of locations in the city and New York and DC. To add on top of this, none of our competition offer any of the sustainable or educational benefit plans, which strikes us apart even more. So to get into marketing, our 2 main channels of marketing will be online through social media and in person at farmers markets and street festivals. These first events will be our way of gauging the customer, potential sales, and the excess of word-of-mouth advertising. we will be present at dozens of Brooklyn, DC farmers markets and street festivals. So after building some traction from our events, we'll launch a Google AdWords campaign, directing customers to our landing page and giving information about upcoming events that we'll be attending. So social media will have a similar promotion use, but also serve as a mass media marketing tool using mid-level Instagram profiles to endorse our product. So who are we? Starting on the left side, we have Trinity Blessed, our founder and co-director of Recipes and Nutrition, responsible for the creation of the concept and recipes. Been a vegetarian for her whole life, vegan for 4 years. She has a business administration background and has worked as a marketing intern in a real estate firm in New York City. In the kitchen, she creates her own non-dairy milks and has been cultivating/testing recipes for 2+ years. She's currently a business administration major in her second year at American University. Moving on to the left, we have Abigail Rom, who's on our advisory board. She's a part-time nutritionist and physical trainer, and she serves as our nutrition and customer acquisition specialist. Now we have myself, CEO responsible for all marketing campaigns. I have a background in environmental science with experience in sustainable farming in cities. I volunteered at numerous community gardens, ran multiple social media ad campaigns for startups, and I've been making homemade recipes and smoothies in my kitchen for years. I'm currently a PR environmental science major in my second year at American University. So thinking about the past and present. As of now, what we've been working on is networking, product, and marketing strategy development. We've established a solid marketing and advertising strategy. We've developed and tested multiple recipes and created a surface level relationship between our company and a few community gardeners in the DC and Brooklyn area. In terms of milestones, we really hope to have around 5,000 followers on Instagram or Twitter by the end of the 3-month period that we're entering. We plan on also in the same period developing 7 to 10 recipes out of 20 taste tested recipes. And by around month 6, we want to actually start selling our juices and smoothies on campus. Now looking towards the end of the year, we want to develop these relationships that I'm talking about with community gardeners in DC and Brooklyn, and by the end of the year, start selling our juices and smoothies at farmers markets and street festivals. So as you can see, it will take us a couple years to have a profitable net. We believe that once we're in the green, we should be, by the end of the year 2, we'll hit the ground running. Our costs are relatively low and come down to the basics: rent, minimum payroll, and raw materials, which in our case is mainly subsidized. Our predicted revenue per unit of $3.95 to $6.95 is high compared to our cost of production, which is around 99 cents to 150, depending on what size it is, leading to our attractive gross margin of 71.3% by year 3. One of our first priorities is to keep this production rate low and have this gross margin high. We're currently offering 19.7% stake of equity for $50,000. One of our first priorities with this capital injection is building our inventory, so this will include a lot of raw material, machines like food processors and blenders. We'll also be using this money to initiate our presence in the farmers market scene in Brooklyn and DC and fund our increased advertising and marketing needs. I've included a graphic to more clearly illustrate our priority of these respective areas of investment, and check that out. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. Remember to live your life with a little bit of color.